What if anger isn't strength but a leash? One that anyone can yank whenever they choose. Picture feudal Japan, 1584. A single warrior faces 70 armed men. Survival seems impossible. Yet victory arrives not through force of arms, but through absence. The absence of what fuels your everyday explosions. His name was Miyamoto Musashi. Common wisdom says rage makes you dangerous. The truth leaks blood across centuries. Anger makes you predictable. Think of someone pushing your buttons last week. They knew exactly which buttons existed. That's the puppet trap in motion. Your fury isn't power. It's an instruction manual titled How to Control Me. Enter Musashi. First duel at 13. First kill that same hour. By 30. Over 60 life-or-death battles. 0 losses. His edge wasn't forged steel but vanished emotion. He lived in the void. A mental state where feelings visit but cannot stay. Let's unpack that puppet trap. Every manipulator plays the same game. They poke, you react. They predict, you dance. Like puppet strings tied to burning nerves. Musashi cut those strings by rewiring his response system. His secret tactic comes straight from pine forest soaked in blood. The Yoshioka school incident reveals all. Kyoto's finest swordsmen challenge Musashi. First challenger, master swordsman. Musashi arrives late, purposefully. Mind games before swordplay. He defeats him with a wooden weapon. An unforgivable insult. They send the leader's brother next. Musashi comes dangerously later, ends it quicker. Now the trap springs. 70 students ambush him in dense pines. Real swords against his wooden stick. Impossible odds shift when Musashi demonstrates their fatal weakness. His attackers rage like a boiling teapot. He remains an empty cup. Their emotions trip their feet, blur their vision. He defeats them all. Your biology would have killed you there. Anger floods your veins with cortisol. Adrenaline narrows your vision to tunnel sight. You see only the immediate threat, not the 3 others flanking you. Meanwhile, the void grants panoramic awareness. Every rustled leaf, every shifted stance. Calm water shows the battlefield perfectly. Modern neuroscience explains this perfectly. Anger switches off your prefrontal cortex, your rational decision maker. The amygdala hijacks your controls like a rebellious pilot. Musashi practiced what scientists call cognitive reappraisal, a simple phrase for not letting caveman brain reactions steer modern life. Musashi outlined the void in his book of 5 rings. First pillar, indifference to praise or blame. Most become puppets by craving respect, needing admiration. These needs forge the hooks others hang their strings upon. Break the hooks, break the game. Second pillar, mind like still water. Undisturbed water perfectly reflects the moon. Shaken water shows only chaos. Maintain stillness during hurricanes through 1,000-day training. Not physical endurance, mental observance. Watching your reaction like a stranger's habits. Implementation sounds deceptively simple. When insulted, breathe. Notice the heat in your chest. Name it. There's anger presenting itself, but anger isn't you. It's passing weather. Detach. Watch it evaporate. Without your participation, insults become echoes in an empty cave. This requires ego dissolution. Why feel offended when someone mocks your appearance, job, or car? You've glued identity onto temporary things. Musashi discovered your greatest weakness isn't slow reflexes. It's defending illusions. He slaughtered the illusion. You can't provoke someone who refuses to play. Tomorrow morning try becoming a ghost. No self to protect. Someone steals your parking spot. Watch the reaction like a film scene. Oh, that person either has an emergency or poor manners. Either way, does mist bother a mountain? Offense requires an offender and an offended. Remove one, remove both. Warning: the void isn't emotional numbness. Musashi didn't suppress feelings. He outgrew their grip through understanding. Suppression builds pressure. Real emptiness comes from seeing emotions as irrelevant noise during critical moments. The Sasaki Kojiro showdown proves this perfectly. Kojiro, undefeated legend. His famous swallow cut technique. He books Dawn on a remote island. Musashi makes two strategic decisions. First, he oversleeps. Second, carves a wooden sword from an oar on the boat ride over. Imagine Kojiro waiting hours, frustration beating like a drum, anger hollowing out his focus. His technique relies on precise timing and clarity. Now his mind resembles a storm. Musashi arrives calm, blade freshly shaped, outcome already decided before swords meet. One precise strike ends it. High-level mind warfare in action. Detachment grants control over time itself. Normal people rush, anxiety gnawing at their gut. Musashi understood that emotional people self-destruct when given enough rope, so he handed them endless rope and watched them hang themselves with it. Apply this to office politics. A colleague steals your idea. Normal response involves confrontation. Void response involves stillness. Watch. Their own ambition often exposes them. React and you're predictable. Observe and you're omnipotent. Truth reveals itself to patient watchers. Training the void requires daily rituals. Musashi stood under freezing waterfalls. Start with 5 silent minutes each morning. Watch thoughts pass like disinterested clouds. Ask this daily: what would I do if anger wasn't an option? Strategy blooms where emotion withers. Critical clarification. The void wasn't heartlessness. Musashi protected villages, raised orphans, painted beautiful art. He chose when emotions mattered. That's true mastery. Most people believe they choose anger. In reality, anger chooses them, repeatedly. Compare two mental processes. Average person hears insult. Ego declares emergency, must retaliate immediately. Void practitioner dissects. Sound waves from another's mouth. Possible causes include their pain, ignorance, or strategy. Respond only if useful. Else, let words fall like pebbles on stone. Modern labs call this cognitive distancing. Samurai called it Seidu, the still way. Practical truth, though, rage behaves like sneezes. Intense but brief. Wait 3 breaths and intensity fades. Void masters surf this wave without swallowing water. Crush this myth now. Emotionless isn't the goal. Strategic emotion is the goal. Fire in the fireplace warms. Fire in curtains destroys. Anger deployed consciously becomes weapon. Anger reacting blindly becomes suicide. Most let wildfire burn uncontrolled. Self-test material. Next fury surge, play chess. If I explode now, who wins? If I wait, what shifts? Remember Musashi's wooden blade. Tactics over brute force prove superior every time. Needing victory creates desperation. Desperation guarantees defeat. Building void strength requires repetition. Musashi fought 60 duels. You face traffic jams, online trolls, family drama. Each incident offers practice. Each detached response starves the puppet master. Eventually, they find no strings to pull. Then they hunt easier prey. Essential note: stillness isn't passivity. Musashi fought when necessary, but without anger clouding judgment. When you act, act with surgical precision. No shaking hands, no foggy judgment, pure execution. That's the true samurai advantage. Mind over metal. Transform irritations into iron. Next provocation, freeze. Realize their words need your reaction to matter. Without it, they shout into wind. Empty, meaningless. The void cancels their power before sound leaves their mouth. You decide their emotions belong to them, never you. History paints Musashi as swordsman. His true blade was mathematical serenity. He treated opponents like equations to solve, worked on mental scratch paper. Emotion became data, not commands. Process it, file it. Act only from clarity's icy spring. Final exam. What would Musashi tweet? Nothing angry, never argue online. He'd analyze patterns, predict moves, strike when impact proved absolute. Most donate free rage daily. Digital warriors win pretend wars with real stress. Void warriors win real wars with pretend calm. You feel the lace chafing. Those strings others pull to make you dance. The samurai path offers terrifying freedom. If nobody makes you angry, then anger was always your creature. This realization either destroys or liberates. No middle ground exists. Who will you become? The marionette jerked by every insult, or the watchful shadow nothing touches, that boiling demon inside, fiction until fed. Musashi starved his demon, sculpted a legend from emptiness. Your choice mirrors his every morning. So ask yourself what's sharper, the leash others use to lead you, or the blade of stillness that cuts it forever. Musashi proved which wins when outnumbered 70-1. His final lesson, that boiling thing you call anger, it's not real strength unless you choose the leash.